The coach here, welcoming you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Jackson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's Trenton Gill now. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. Let's take it inside his own 40. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He returns the punt, 61 yards. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back to get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Purdy bootlegging it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. It looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt, you can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to drop even more plays, because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Done. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it on first down. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Purdy, he's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Purdy. Taken down. Back at his own 7. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On the return, it's Tony. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's got Pruitt. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Murray's throw there complete to Myers. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Michael Pruitt, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And the Falcons now are going to go on offense late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
To try again after the sack. Purdy over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And, oh, he coughed it up. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. First down, Murray. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
It's now second and 10.
Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter from the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. That's caught by Myers. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jacoby Myers, 69 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Purdy's throw here complete to Ward. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
That's complete to Calvin Johnson.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Here comes Tony on the return.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. That's caught left side, Myers with it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
3 quarters in the books. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run on first down. Done. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down now. It's done. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing play.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Lawrence Taylor.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Up the middle they go. Done. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort. Really well executed. Congratulations to them.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now at first down, it's Purdy.
They set up the screen to Bo. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Purdy looking to throw.
And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw it, Murray. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
He's going to air one out. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Gay is on for the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.